You know what? A viola is not a common instrument. Like you don't hear it a lot. Like you hear like violin, cello.
Yeah.
So what is a viola?
Well, my viola is a small viola. A viola is basically a larger violin. But a violin, the strings are also different on a violin. Violin strings from lowest to highest go G, D, A, E, and on a viola it goes C, G, D, A, from lowest to highest.
Nice.
Okay. Small violas are just violins that were taken and all the strings were taken off and restringed to be violas. So yeah, my viola is a small viola, so it's just a violin that's been repurposed. What's funny is I go a lot of places with my instrument when I have to take it places, and people are like, "Oh, you play the violin?" No, I play viola. What's a viola? And it's a little discouraging.
Yeah.
I'm like,
there are some people that do that. Yeah.
They don't give violists or violists nearly enough credit. They're like, oh yeah, I've heard of all of the string instruments in that group, the violins, the cellos, and the basses. But you missed one. No, I didn't. Violas. What's a viola? It's upsetting.
Just like that seething rage that nobody knows what your instrument is.
Yeah.
Well, I play guitar, so it's like a really common instrument.
Yeah.
Acoustic guitars.
You never had.
There's a lot more to guitar strings though. Like stringed instruments, like I don't know. There's banjos. There's cellos. There's like so many. I can't even name them all. But I play guitar, acoustic guitar, and yeah. So it's interesting because there's two types of guitars. There's a nylon string, which is like. Have you ever had a glass noodles at like a Chinese restaurant?
No, I don't think I have.
So like what they are is they're basically clear noodles. Like they're almost like noodles, but they have like a plastic-ish taste. It's really weird. It's really weird. And they also have them in Hawaii, Asian countries, But anyways, so what it is like they're clear strings. And they make a different sound than the steel strings of.
I've seen nylon strings on guitars. They're like clear. They're kind of like a rubbery plastic.
Yeah.
Like a rubbery texture.
Yeah. And so like they sound different. There's also inverted guitars where like for people that play with their left hand, and like it's just like they have their fingers up here. But I play like regular. Like the term for it could be goofy or inverted, I guess. And so whatever, I play regular, and I don't know. I just started a little while ago, really not too long ago, like 2 months ago. I'm okay. I'm decent at it, but it's cool. It's fun. I play triangle, which is like the hardest instrument to master. No, it's really simple. It's just banging your stick around the triangle, but it's fun. It's fun to be that one guy in the background just.
Yeah. What's it? My viola. There's something you have on the bottom of the viola. The way you hold it. There's a rest called the shoulder rest that you put here, in between you and the instrument itself, and you hold it like this. The shoulder rest usually. I don't put it on the way people usually put it on. I put it on in the opposite direction, so it's like it's going the opposite way that it usually faces. Because if the instrument's like this, it's usually like things like this. I have it tilted on towards the opposite side.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
And people always like, let me see your instrument real quick, and then they pick it up and I'm like, what the heck are you doing with this thing? You're doing it wrong. Do it right now. Fix it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Wow. A guitar is really really not too hard. Like, so there's a curve at the guitar. So there's like the head right here, and then there's like the tail, which is like there's like the head, the side, and then the tail, which is basically the bottom of the guitar where the strings end. And then so you put the side right here. There's a curve to it, so it goes like it curves twice. So it goes 1 and then 2. And so you put this second curve right here on your leg. You rest it on your leg, and then there's the neck of the guitar, which is where the strings go. So there's 6 strings. There's 6 strings, and so it goes from a high E to a low E, or if you're playing on the inverted, then it goes from a high E to a low E. And then so what it is though is it's E, A, D, G. I'm sorry, E, B, D, G, and E, D. I forget. You know what? I can't tell you that on the top of my head. But you know what? It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm sure it doesn't matter.